What's good, my peopleizations? What's goody? Smash that like button. Smash the like button. Terry Smooth Jr., Quan 43, No Slack 504, Emmanuel Momo, Boston Trav, P. Depps, Adrian Cole, Maurice McElroy, P. Machinio, TZ Frank, Donald Simpson Jr., LJ Fighter, Underground Asylum, Rico Forster, Gilbert Rodriguez Jr., Taquan Savage, let me wrench you up, my brother, Slick Sophistication, DB, Black Reality TV, Ethan Fresh 73, G5 underscore gay, my brother, Robbie Sanders, Stephen Lamontes Hawkins, Albert Doherty, Gravy Davies, Xavier Moses, Adrian Cole, Chilltown Majors, Free Speech, Mr. Shelton, Jay Lee, Quan 43, What's Blazing in Sports, salute, smash that like button. We got 100 people, let's get 100 likes. Cord Banks, salute, Horatio Drago, Adriana Marie Baker, peace and blessings to you, Queen. She said, Blue, what up? And this broadcast was well overdue. Yeah, Patricia Shelton, peace and blessings, Queen. Joe Brown, Ozone 20, salute. Black Alpha, salute. Black Alpha, I'm gonna rent you up too. Yeah, the Queen said this was long overdue, for sure. And I'm gonna get into this today. I'm gonna go in today, my peoples. The Chosen Kids, salute. Paul Kerrick, my brother, salute in the super chat. He said, let's start this thing off right, Blue. Yes, sir. I'm wrenching you up, Paul Kerrick. I need everybody on deck. Nighthawk, salute. Tito Shatanda, Chris Smith. What happened yesterday is not going to happen anymore because I fixed that situation. Jay Alive Forever, salute. So, we're going to get into this today because once again, I feel like this needs to be addressed. Unique Business, peace and blessings, Queen. Avery Adams, salute. Mass Murder, Mobile Gaming, salute. Mr. Will Stiff, 23, salute. Boss Red, 357, salute. So, Chris Mosley, salute. Hubble Telescope, salute. Yes, sir. To the brother Nazim Richardson. May he continue to stay comfort. Jose Diaz, salute. And we're going to get into this today. Thought it was very fitting. We have 130 people. Let's get 130 likes. Smash the like button. We got 130 people. Let's get 130 likes. Smash the like button. Real McCoy, my brother. Salute. Yep. Exactly. Slick Sophistication. We know how it be. We're going to get into this today, man. Today we're going to cook. Smash the like button. Get it up to 140. Pardon me, my people. Smash the like button. We got 155 people. Let's get 155 likes. Steve Mega, salute. Dwayne Broussard, salute. Kane D. Bad Guy, salute. My brother, Black Reality TV, DB. We're going to get into this today because my brother, Mo, 2013, salute. TJ Joyner, salute. Free Speech, salute. We're going to get into this today. We got 150 people right now. Let's get 150 likes. Smash the like button. We're going to get into this today because this needs to be addressed. And something I learned, and this is what I'm saying, right? You cannot be hesitant to respond. And if you look at the NBA and the way the NBA players are responding to how everything is taking place and what everything is taking place, right? You see how they responding, right? That tells you a lot. right? They refuse to have any conversation regarding anything else other than what's going on, because they're not acting like they don't see, like they don't know, right? Because it's bigger than them. So in the NBA, you see the NBA players, they have a code right now. Every NBA player, when their microphone is put in their face or a camera after the games, post-fight, post-workouts, post-training, post-practice, they put a camera in their face and look how they responded. Every last single one of them. LeBron James, I just watched LeBron James and the way he responded right now. And LeBron James says, AJXNI, he is relevant, okay? You're wrong. He's relevant. Pound for Pound Boxer Channel, my brother, salute. Jermall Davis, salute. See, this is what we have to stop doing, right? Tanajula Saif, I hope I said that right. Tangela Saif, peace and blessings to you. Dal Duan, salute. My good brother, he is relevant. I'm going to tell you why. Yes, he is relevant to our community. Yes, he is. See, this is an issue that we have. Let me tell you why. You have to stop underestimating the person standing across the ring from you. Tremel Green, salute. BVM Unbiased again, salute. Seen and Unseen Boxing, salute. That's where we go wrong. We always underestimate and passive to the person standing across the ring from us. Trey Lopez, salute. Stop underestimating the person standing across the ring in the other corner from you. Stop underestimating them. Stop underestimating the impact they can have on your community, because they can. See, that's where we go wrong. We too passive as a community. Too passive. Melvin Harris, salute. So we say, oh man, don't worry about him. He's not relevant. Yeah? Yeah? Listen, he gets paid. He gets paid to my brother Ticket TV. Salute to my brother Ticket TV. Go subscribe to my brother Ticket TV, man. Salute to my big bro Ticket TV, man. Go subscribe to his channel, man. All the basketball info. Hey, Ticket, let me tell you, today, I remember the other day I was saying, how come I ain't know? Because they took the bell for all the notifications that I had on all your channels. They took it off, and I had to redo it. Cause I went to your channel, I'm like, how come I'm not getting the notifications? Punchline and Pugilism, salute. Deacon 305, salute. So I had to go back, and then I looked at the bell, and they put it back to the second, you know, the bell in the middle. So I get some of the notifications instead of all of them. So I had to go redo it today. Matter of fact, I just did it. I just did it like 15 minutes ago. Cause I'm like, I knew you said I was looking. You told me about the Laker game. So I'm like, how come I ain't getting no notification for it? That's why. Because that's what they did. Akendo Sammy Hassan, salute. C Cut, my brother, salute in the super chat. Blue, what's good? Keep the grind going. Make new media feel bad so they can speak on the issues at hand. They're not going to speak on it. But this is the case. This is what happens. Jamal Davis, salute, my brother. So the problem we have, exactly, Adriana, exactly. So here's the thing. Game Bread Boxer, salute. So here's the thing, right? If Paulie Malignaggi, you were paying, see, this is where we go wrong. You're saying, hey, Paulie's not relevant, right? Paulie don't have an impact. Black Injun, salute. Force Mahir, salute. And I'm going to tell you why he's relevant, right? And I understand why you're saying what you're saying. But I'm going to tell you why you're making a mistake by saying that, by having that approach. Right? Is because he gets paid. He gets paid to push a certain agenda. So guess what? Paulie Malignaggi is going to get up there, as he told the world, that Phil J 508, salute. Jeff the producer, Gregory Smith, Calvin S, salute. Melodic singer, salute. As he told the world that the black boxers are no longer relevant. So if it wasn't for us responding and bringing this to everybody's attention, John Legene, salute. Almighty Law, Roy Babineau, salute. If we didn't respond and bring this to you guys' attention, it would have went unnoticed. But the casual boxing fans or certain communities would take it literally. Free speech, salute. You understand? So for him dismissing, him having a platform and dismissing our community, bronze guys, salute, right? And our entertainers, our boxers, right? You should see, that's the problem. We take it on the chin and say, it's okay. Just don't pay him no mind. That's what we've been taught. Turn the other cheek. We've been taught that too long. And that's always our response. J.A., salute. Right? But guess what? Did Viacom turn the other cheek when it came to Nick Cannon and his comments? Somebody answer that for me, my good brother, AJ XNI. Did Viacom turn the other cheek when it came to Nick Cannon? Mark Wunderlich, my brother, salute. No, they reacted. That's the difference between us and everybody else. That's why everybody else is ahead and we always lagging behind. Why? Because we so reluctant to respond. Blair Tibbs, salute. Mel and Ryan, salute. We always want to be passive. Did the Eagles owner turn the other cheek when it came to Deshaun Jackson's comments? No, they didn't. Now I'm going to ask you another question. Did they turn the other cheek and say, well, don't worry about him. He's no longer relevant. When it came to, let me tell you something. Riley Cooper went on a rant about our community. Right? Emmanuel Momo, salute. Force Maher, salute. G. Harris, salute. Dennis Smith, salute. My brother, Dennis Smith. Riley Cooper went on a rant about our community. A rant. He has never been the athlete Deshaun Jackson is. He's never been the impact player that Deshaun Jackson was. Jonathan 97, salute. He's never been he could never compare to Deshaun Jackson. Exactly, Leon Robinson. Right? But guess what? They turned the other cheek when it came to Riley Cooper, as if Riley Cooper, they gave him an extension. They paid him. They gave him an extension. Deshaun Jackson comments, Deshaun Jackson means more to the Eagles than Riley Cooper have ever have. Adrian Howard, salute. But guess what? They gave Deshaun Jackson they were on the verge of cutting him, right? Firing him. And they gave him a bigger fine than Riley Cooper. And he didn't go on a rant like Riley Cooper did. Came to win, salute. So I'm going to ask you, did they turn the other cheek? No, they responded. Why didn't they respond to Riley Cooper in the same manner they did to Deshaun Jackson? They were pushed to have to respond to Riley Cooper. And we saw audio of this. Van Gloria, salute. PGH Big Dog, salute. We saw a video of Riley Cooper going on a rant. Not only did he go on the rant, but he was even going on the rant as far as to do bodily harm to people. And they gave him an extension. Did they give Deshaun Jackson an extension? No, they were getting ready to tell Deshaun Jackson he got to beat it. Why? Because there goes that code that I was telling y'all about on my brother Fred channel. J.A. Dixon, salute. You think they was going to give Riley Cooper? They gave Riley Cooper a tap. Boston Conversation, Reggie Owens, salute. Do you think they gave Riley? So they gave Deshaun Jackson, they gave Riley Cooper, you know what you give when you don't really want to say anything. This is one of those, we have to. You know we have to because you gave us no other choice. That's the situation that happened with Riley Cooper. When it came to Deshaun Jackson, oh, no. You went against their culture. You went against their beliefs. You have to go. That's the difference. Why? Because we always talking about turning the other cheek. DeAndre Carey, my brother. Damian Forster, Skills from New Orleans, salute. Marquise Coleman, salute. Black June, salute. In June, salute. Right? Time to ante up, salute. See, that's the difference. So we quick to say, hey, man, Paulie Malignaggi, he not relevant. Of course he's relevant. See, that's why this is why, right? Oscar Torres, salute. He said Leo going to win. Glad you believe that. Donald now the 65-year-old G Grant, my brother, salute. Enoch, salute. Big Tony, salute. Damian Forster, salute. Vernell Richardson, salute. This is why everybody else is comfortable around us. Because we're always going to say, Leonardo Mass, salute. That's all right. And they don't mean nothing. We don't need them anyway. We got to get out that habit, man. See, that's the difference. Let me tell y'all something. We make fun of this, right? But when you go into certain people's communities, and if they call the authorities, Merck's son, salute. I'm going to tell y'all something. See, this is something that y'all don't take literal. So check this out. When you go into other people's communities and they call the authorities, what's the first thing you hear them say? We laugh at it. But now we need to take heed of it and adapt these different tactics. Because guess what? When you go in other people's communities and you hear them call the authorities, what's the first thing they say? Hey, you have to do this. I pay your taxes. My taxes pay your salary. So you have to, they hold them accountable. They hold them accountable. Charlie Boy Salvador, salute. Smitty Smith, salute. They hold their people. That's the code again. Lonnie DiCarlo, salute. Creighton Brooks, salute. There goes that code again. They hold them accountable. We laugh. Oh, you go in their community, what they say? Hey, come here, officer. I pay your taxes. My taxes pay your salary. Yeah, that's the code. So when we always say, oh, they don't do that to they don't hold their celebrities, they don't hold their entertainers in that light. They don't expect them. Yeah, but they don't have to because they taught a code from the moment they're born. So before they get in that position, they already know the code. So they don't have to reiterate it. We have to reiterate it to our celebrities, our athletes, and entertainers because we don't teach the code from birth. It's a difference. My brother, Trey Lopez, in the super chat. I appreciate your voice, bro. Don't ever stop. Salute to you, King. Brother Moses, salute in the super chat. Speak that truth, Blue. Salute to you, King. Reggie Andrews, salute. Pugilism Nino Brown, salute. That's the difference. So when you say, oh, you don't see nobody else saying that they're entertainers, because they're already on code. They don't have to repeat it. It's taught from birth. The real Jew, Shalom, peace and blessings to you. He said, in the super chat, he said, Shalom, blessings to you, King. Brian Chenault, salute. That's the difference. So yes, we have to continue to get their attention and let them know this is what has to be. And so guess what? From these points moving forward, we have to teach the youth moving forward. And so right now, we have young boxers, entertainers. We have to teach them right now because their lessons is still breaking up the community. Paul Ruffin, my brother in the super chat, said church. Salute to you, King. My brother Bish, be Megastar, salute. African Pride, salute. That's the difference. So when you say, oh, well, y'all saying LeBron James, hold on. Guess what? Now look at the code the NBA is on. This is the code that needs to sink down into the community. You understand what I'm telling you? Look at the NBA. I just saw LeBron James. I just saw a dude from the Sixers. All of these different players now. As soon as the media is asking them a question, the first thing they're saying is, I'm giving you an answer about what's taking place in our community, and that's the only answer I'm giving you. Unless you're asking me something about that, I'm not responding. So I'm letting you know now. That is a code. So that happens with LeBron James. It's happening to every different team because it's a code. So guess what? when we dealing with other people in their communities, they have a code. How do we know what their entertainers, athletes, and such are saying or speaking behind closed doors? Because only us put it out in the public. So we have to publicly, Blue Blood have to publicly sit here and respond and talk to y'all, because this is the only way we seem to listen. My brother Jupiter B in the super chat, Blue, we should create a petition or letter to Showtime that Paulie liability, so when subs drop, it's due to Paulie, not the boxers. Erase the excuses. Exactly. Panther TV channel and my brother in the super chat, Dog the Bounty Hunter called us the N-word, and he still kept his TV shows for years. Where was our black leaders? It's exactly, King. Because we don't have a code. Bumpy Thompson, salute. So it must start now. So guess what? We have to let Jermall, Jamel, and Javante Tank Davis all know, listen, it's not possible for him to profit off of us, because you guys are a product of us. Seen and unseen boxing, my brother in the super chat, he said, Blue Blood cooking, smash the like button, salute. Time to ante up, my brother in the super chat, he said, you on fire like this summer on any day in Ohio. Salute to you, King. You understand? Dane Watson, salute. You see, the brother Javante Tank Davis come from Baltimore, the streets of Baltimore. It's a product of us, man. Tani Marie, peace and blessings, queen. Jermall and Jamel Charlo out there in Texas, from our community. We are one. Because you think, let me ask y'all a question. How many people you think outside of us is supporting Javante Tank Davis from the mud? How many people outside of us is supporting the Charlo twins from the mud? Boxing and Barbecue, salute. Avery Adams, my brother in Baltimore, salute. Takeover Germ, salute. How many people? Tell me that. Because if we all stood back as a community, as one, and took a step back, how many people you think gonna be there to support the Charlo twins and Javante Tank Davis? I'll wait. That's there to support them. Colin Enigma, salute. Big OG, salute. If we all retracted, if we all receded, like the water in the sand, if we just parted ways, and we all at one time just took a step back as one, and we all just stood back, how many people you think gonna be there to support them? It's gonna be people there, but they ain't there to support them. They're gonna be there to support Sergey Lipinets, right? Let me tell you something. What's the biggest fight out of those three? Jermall Charlo and Jose Rosario, Jermall Charlo, Sergey Derevyanchenko, Javante Tank Davis, and Leo Santa Cruz, right? TR, salute. I know what you meant, AJX and I. I just want to correct you on what I know exactly what you meant. I know, and you're right in a sense, right? But then I have to correct where you was wrong at. Well, you're not wrong, Mr. DJ C92, my brother. Be that bitch. Peace and blessings, Queen. Melvin Harris, salute. You're not wrong, King. I just want to change, make an adjustment to our way of thinking. Supreme, salute. You see what I'm saying, King? That's all I'm trying to do. You're not wrong in your stance because you're right. But the problem is, you know why? You're right. But then where you're wrong is that we keep him in a position with a platform that keeps his voice relevant. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? So we remove him from this platform, you're right. Then he's no longer relevant. But as long as we keep him in this position, because we keeping him there, how do you think that they are able to pay him? We put our money up, they're able to divvy out the money. Here goes the money for Jamal, Javante, and whomever else. And here goes the money for this production company, this commentator, this personality, that personality. That money comes from us. Mont Brink, salute. Mr. Kaboom, salute. Maurice McElroy, salute. Adrian Pittman, salute. So Bert from marketing, salute. So how can you say, see, here's the thing. If we feel, you can't tell us how we feel. It's just like when Nick Cannon said what he said, they say you can't tell us how we feel, right? Panther TV channel, salute. In the super chat, Tank Davis is our Mike Tyson for the new generation to support him and all our black brothers in boxing, for sure. So Charles Cozier, salute. King Jonas Die, first, salute. So here's the thing, Anah Israel, salute. Abdur Rahim, salute. So here's the thing, right? So you're going to tell us, how dare you say it's a figment of our imagination? It's made up. What do you mean it's made up? When we've been going through this for hundreds of years, you're going to tell us it's made up? How dare you feel comfortable enough to tell us it's made up? Are you following what I'm telling you? No, that can't go. If we don't stand for a community, we don't stand for something, we'll fall for anything. So he said, well, you know what? It's just made up. At the same token, he's saying, well, what we're going through as a community, as a people, it's made up. It's a figment of our imagination. It's not real. Everybody goes through the same thing. We are treated equal, when we know that not to be true. But yet, even still, if you thought that, keep it to yourself. You're comfortable enough to say something because they know we're not going to react. But when we have Nick Cannon sit there and say something, guess what? He didn't even get a chance to they immediately say, hey, bro, we got to remove you from this situation because you offended us. Christian Lambert, my brother in the super chat, says, salute, Blue 100. Salute to you, King. That's what he said. So us as a community, if we say, hey, Paulie offended us, because guess what? Showtime and Viacom are one. So guess what? Viacom reacted to Nick Cannon. So how come they're not reacting to Paulie Malignaggi? We need them to react to Paulie Malignaggi if everything is fair. Like Paulie Malignaggi said, we're on the even playing field, right? So okay, if that's the case, Justin Johnny Joe, salute. My brother Aki TV, salute. So let's get this straight. Paulie Malignaggi said all things are fair, right? Ain't that what he said? Okay, so your comments and Nick Cannon comments, we feel the same way as this community that Nick Cannon felt made them feel not satisfied. Asiatic Power, salute. We feel the same way. So we need the same response, Viacom, because this is Viacom. So we need Viacom to respond in the same manner they did with Nick Cannon, with Paulie Malignaggi. Because guess what's even more so bothersome? I'm gonna tell you why. Mellow Ash, salute. It's because Nick Cannon is talking on his own platform. Nigel Isaac, salute. Paulie Malignaggi is, guess what? He's dictating what you think. He's explaining. He's the voice. He's telling you what you see and what you don't see when you watch this event. He's the teacher in this situation. Rio Tilly, salute. Cole Younger, salute. Power to the people, salute. We got 415 people. Let's get 415 likes. Dedrick Carr, salute. You understand what I'm saying? Exactly. My brother Fred, Barbershop Conversation in the building. He said we got to hold our fighters accountable. Exactly. Damo, the monster, salute. Yes, we must hold them accountable. And so guess what? They have to say, hey, listen, man. My people that support me, you see, just like they told Anthony Joshua. Remember they told Anthony Joshua, all in his chat, I hope the people that you're defending and supporting right now support you like we do with the pay-per-views. So we need Gervonta Tank Davis. We need Jermall Charlo, and all the other brothers that's going to participate in these events to step forward and say, listen, we can't have him here. We can't do it. Because How are you going to earn off of our backs now? As you said, so what's the biggest fight he's doing right now? It's going to be Jermall pay-per-view and Gervonta Tank Davis, right? But he told us that the black boxers, the black fighters, are secondary now. Maybe even third. Because it's the Eastern European boxers who run the sport of boxing, not us. Well, I beg to differ. Because if you look at the headlines for these cards, right? Who's headlining these cards? Who's the A side in both Charlo twin fights? Jamel's the A side, Jamal's the A side in both fights. Who's the A side in Leo Santa Cruz, Gervonta Tank Davis fight? Gervonta Tank Davis is the A side in that fight. Ironically enough, guess what? Then you got Erickson Lubin to Terrell Goucher. Who's the headline in that? So he gonna do that fight too. Who's the headline in there? Who's headlining Terrell Goucher, Erickson Lubin? Who's headlining these cards? So guess what? Now you had Warren Hennon, exactly. And so guess what? Unfortunately, right now, until we get to that point, we got to talk. We can't talk. We can't use a code, because guess what? We got to do it this way, because otherwise we don't hear one another. We got 450 people. Let's get 450 likes. We don't even got 300 likes. Smash the like button. Support us. Support each other. Support one another. So here's the thing, right? They not only did they tell Nick Cannon, you have to come out, Ambrose Dotson, salute. You have to come out and make a public apology, and we still removing you from your platform. Montre, salute. Huh? Come again? Y'all remember on that movie Belly with DMX? Lawrence RBE, salute. Remember when he told him, you hurt my feelings? Remember, and dude was like, huh? Man, are you serious? Talk to me nice. Mama, there go that man, salute. Marcos Cano, my brother, salute. And he was like, talk to me nice, man. Because you hurt my feelings. And dude was like a grown man. He like, what? Huh? Is this dude for real? Remember that? That's the weight that's being thrown around because we're not responding correctly. See, that's the problem, Nigel Isaac, right? They're worrying about that because they don't understand how far the community carries them. That's the problem. Panther TV channel, salute to my brother in Super Chat once again. That's the problem. Ernest Martinez Jr., salute. Yep, Leon Robinson? Exactly. So see, that's the problem. Neil Williamson, salute. They don't understand how far we carry them. They don't understand, see, because it's taught. They don't even believe that, they don't think, if you ask them where it comes from, their support, ask any of these boxers, ask any of them, where do your support system come from? Ask them a serious question. Where does the highest percentage of your support system come from? See if they tell you. Because they don't know. Richard Smith, salute. They don't know. Lawrence RBE, my brother in Super Chat, until the Charlo's address, I am not buying the pay-per-views. They don't know. See, guess what? Canelo knows where his bread is buttered, right? Leo Santa Cruz knows where his bread is buttered, don't he? Right? And they're going to cater to that, aren't they? The Real McCoy, my brother, salute. In the Super Chat, Paulie broadcast, I promise I'm changing the channel and wait for the LDBC report. Hashtag big fights. Black Cam TV, salute. Yeah, King. You understand? H-Town 713, salute. You understand? They know where their bread is buttered. Guess what? We are so misguided that we think that our bread is buttered in the same direction It's coming from the same place their bread is buttered. Y'all ain't hear me. We are so misguided that we think that our bread is buttered and is coming from the same direction that their bread is buttered. And it's not true. Errol Spence and Sean Porter just showed you that. They told you Sean Porter couldn't sell out. Even Errol Spence himself told you Sean Porter can't sell out his family barbecue. Remember Errol said that? But guess what? That was a bigger pay-per-view than who else did a bigger pay-per-view? Errol himself outdoing himself with Mikey Garcia fight? And it wasn't that much of a difference? KF Harris, my brother in the super chat. LDBC Strong, salute to you, King. Jay Lee, my brother in the super chat. Who wants this knowledge? Support the channel, salute. Yeah, Warren Henry, that's what we need to understand. No, we already butter our own bread. It's the problem is we don't realize that you buttered it yourself. That's the problem. The problem is we not identifying that we buttering our own bread. We continue to not identify the cook. Easy Lewin, salute. Who you think Leo Santa Cruz going to cater to for this fight? Who you think Canelo Alvarez going to cater to? Didn't Canelo Alvarez completely get upset that the fact that Floyd Mayweather fought Cinco de Mayo weekend and Mexican Independence Day weekend in September and May? He got upset, right? And what did Canelo Alvarez say? I'm going to get big enough to take those dates back for my people from Floyd Mayweather. Otto McGee, salute. Didn't he say that? That's what Canelo Alvarez said. Those are our days. Sherman Callahan, salute. Casual Bass Guy, salute. Cord Banks, salute. Nerve Feeder, salute. Appreciate you, Easy Lewins. D Stack, salute. Right? That's what Canelo Alvarez said. So how come we can't highlight our own dates? Because we have our own dates. Let's highlight them. And understand where your bread. We so afraid to step out on our own limb. Jack Don, salute. Moped Mosley, salute. But yet we continue to act like it's somebody else that's uplifting you when it's not. Marcus Priest, salute. Thomas Moreland, salute. Hey, listen, let me give y'all an example, right? You have a wife, right? Your wife is cooking, teaching you how to cook and helping you get on your feet, and then you take off, right? And once you take off, you give somebody else the credit for helping you get on your feet and stand on. Be able to she helped you, stabilize yourself, and then you go and say somebody else did it. Something wrong with that, right? There's something wrong with that, isn't it? There's something wrong with that, right? JC, salute. Texas boy, salute. He said the Charles run boxing. I'm glad you said that. Tell him to stand up for something. Dorian Love, salute. You feel that way? You feel they run the sport of boxing? I'm glad you said that way. So now go tell them that we need them to help run the community. They run the sport of boxing? Cool. I'm all for it. So we need them and their platform then to speak up. My brother BFTB Boxing in the building, in the super chat. Blue the legend, salute family, salute to you, King. Go subscribe to my brother BFTB Boxing, man. And go subscribe to my brother Barbershop Conversations. Go subscribe to my brother I Am Ill Will, and go subscribe to my brother Drew Titan. Texas boy, salute. I'm glad. Texas boy said I support my fellow Texans. Good. Now tell them to have that same support that you guys have for the state of Texas. Now the culture is bigger than the state of Texas. So the culture and the community is bigger than the state of Texas. So just y'all support and show love to one another in the state of Texas. We need y'all to spill out the state of Texas, and that same loyalty and love and support for one another y'all have in the state of Texas need to spill out outside of the state of Texas to the community and to the culture, because that trumps everything. My brother Gold, salute. John Patton, salute. Bumpy Thompson, salute. Tony TV, I'm wrenching you up. You follow what I'm telling y'all? I'm good. That's good. Loyalty over everything. Show that love. Ahmad is Ahmad, salute. You understand what I'm trying to tell y'all? That's great. You have that loyalty, that love, that support. Cool. I'm all for it. Now, we need that to spill out from the state of Texas, because the state of Texas can't hold a candle to the community and the culture. So now we need that to come to the community and to the culture. That same love, same support, and same stand on your square love you have for one another in the state of Texas to spill out outside of the state of Texas, because it's bigger than the state of Texas. Young Bruce, salute. Loving Down Gaither. CC Biz, Nighthawk, salute. Nerve Feeder, I'm going to wrench you up too. Give my brother Drew Titan 14 subs, man. Come on, man. 14 people go subscribe to my brother Drew Titan. Presto Bungwa, what's good, Blue? Bro, how can I make that contribution I'm seeing? You see a little money symbol in the bottom right-hand corner of the stream? It's a little dollar symbol, a money symbol. Click the symbol, and then you take it from there. It'll give you the steps. Frank, salute. South Padre Island, Texas, salute. So I'm going to start doing a roll call, right? This is what we're going to start doing. We're going to start doing a roll call. And I don't want y'all to come here and telling me, oh, when I ask y'all, hey, when I salute y'all, and where we from the community and the culture. I don't want y'all to tell me I'm from LA, I'm from Texas, I'm from New York, I'm from Florida, I'm from, wherever. No. Where you from? The culture, the community. That's where we from. Andre Webb, my brother in the super chat. Brother, do you rock with the minister? You have the same spirit. Yeah. I take in a lot of the stuff that he say, for sure. For sure. Or you could say, from the culture of Texas culture, Texas community. We all one, man. We got to start practicing. We got to start practicing togetherness. You understand what I'm saying? That's what we need to start practicing, man. Yeah, unity, man. Because all our fight is the same. It's the same. The struggle is the same, no matter where you at. Phil J 508, salute. You understand? It doesn't matter. I could talk to my brothers in LA, and they'd be like, man, when we had this, and this happened from when we was kids, how could I be 3,000 miles away and experience the same type of situation that my brothers are experiencing in Los Angeles and in Compton? How? That tells you know how? We know how, right? How's my experience the same? They 3,000 miles away. Now, we might have some we may differ in certain areas, but for the most part, our upbringing, it's the same experiences. The difference is, I'm here in New York, We got projects that go straight up that they you know, go to the 50th, 60th, 70th floor. And you go to LA and their projects is what do you call them, like high ranches, 2 levels, 3 levels. That's the difference. When I hear about the brothers, I'm from Harlem, Colonial Projects, Harlem River Drive, then Long Island, Hempstead, 11550, Freeport, 11520. That's where I'm from, right? And when you go to Hempstead on Terrace Ave, projects they don't look much different than the ones in the city. Andre Webb, my brother in the super chat. Let's settle on things we do agree on. Much love, brother. Salute to Andre Webb. My brother, everything boxing and sports. Keon, salute. Go subscribe to my brother Keon, man. Right? So in Harlem, yeah, my projects go to the 30th floor, right? Then you go to the Polo Grounds, and they go up to like the 60th floor. And I don't remember right now. I'm just, you know, I'm just going off the top of the dome. I don't remember exactly what floor they go to, but the Polo Grounds might go to the 60th floor straight up, and the Colonial Projects are right next to them, and we go to like the 20th floor or something like that, right? And then you go to LA, Sylvester Solomon 2011, salute. And yeah, they have these like when I hear about and go over there by Grape Street and you know, and the Jungle and all these different places. What's the name of the projects, man? Y'all know the name of the projects I'm talking about over there in LA. Gregory Davis said I'm from the PJs in St. Louis. Yeah. My brother Legendary Top Cats in the building in the super chat. Salute to my brother Legendary Top Cat. He from Harlem, but he reside in Texas. He Harlem through and through. That's my brother. Martz Jetson said Jordan Downs. Yeah, Jordan Downs. Why? Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Nickerson's, right? So when you go over there, right, I see them. It's the same struggles. It's the same. Young Hog, salute. It might be a different, it's a different approach to how it goes down in the Polo Grounds and in the Colonials to how it goes down in the Jordans and the Nickersons in LA. At the end of the day, there's one common denominator there. Us. Mars Justice, salute. Yeah, Mars Justin, exactly. And there's one common denominator. Us. Let that settle in. Smash that like button, man. We got 450 people. Let's get 450 likes. Dashiki Jones, peace and blessings to you in the super chat. Salute Blue and the mighty LDBC. Salute to you, King. You understand? You understand what I'm trying to tell y'all? Kerry Williams said, yeah, in Compton, right? That's what I'm saying. Soul Brother number 1, salute. So guess what? Out there in Texas, yeah, the climate might have you, right? You drive in LA, right? We used from New York, so we used to sit back and look at the 6.4s and, you know, the hydraulics and the cars bouncing. Woo! We can't do that in New York. We attempted today's time. There's people that attempted. My boy had he had a deuce and a quarter on hydraulics. My boy had a deuce and a quarter on hydraulics. Be that bitch. Peace and blessings to you, Queen. Right? Retros for Life, 79 boxing. Salute. Naki, salute. I moved from my hometown, LA, and it's now all Mexican. Jason Rivera Lebron, salute. So, I'm giving y'all an example real quick. In New York, we see the lifestyle, right? Hydraulics, cars bouncing, boom, boom, boom. When we watching Boys in the Hood, when you watching Menace to Society, and boom, boom, boom. We ain't never been to LA. But the streets in New York don't permit that. Why? Because it's a different lifestyle here in New York. The climate is different. The streets is different. You can't, you try to ride, you can try if you want to ride on with your car low with hydraulics. You're gonna make 2 trips down the street and everything gonna be busted out. My brother, I am ill will, salute in the super chat. Salute, Blue, as my bro, legendary top cast would say, boots on the ground. Facts, you already know. Tyrone Basnight, salute. You understand? Then we look, right? We the streets here, they're not great. So you can't ride 6'4s here. It's not gonna happen. It's not. So what we got? Right? We got our trucks, we got our cars with our systems and things of that nature. Yeah, we hook it up. We adapt to our way of doing it. And then you look at the brothers in Texas, the candy-coated paints in Atlanta, in Florida, in Texas, rims 22 inches. So we look and we be like, listen, the brothers in Texas, they rocking the 22. Let's bring it here. So everybody adapt to something. Like I go to other climates. I go to other places like Texas and LA and they rocking Timbs. Man, it's cold here. That's why we rock Timbs. But y'all adopted a part of our lifestyle, our culture. Why? Because the common denominator is us. We adopt part of your lifestyle, your culture. Memphis, Tennessee. Right? The candy colored paints. Because the problem here in New York is you got to put it away once it starts snowing because the salt and the snow is going to eat at your paint on your car. Y'all Texas, they don't deal with that. LA, they not dealing with that. Florida, in Georgia, they not dealing with that. Antonio Hicks, salute. New Orleans, they not dealing with that. We got to deal with 12 inches of snow. And then the salt trucks come past. Jason Helton, salute. And they throwing the salt down. Man, that salt eat the paint up on your car. Chef Curry, salute. I'm going to rent you up. Mr. Will Stiff, 23, salute. But still at the end of the day, what we look at, Mookie Knight, salute. What we look at is, we don't even realize that sometimes we come, sometimes people don't even realize. I was showing my brother Fred when he came in. He's from New York, but he reside out there in L.A. From his youth, he was from New York. But, right, so we showing them sometimes, and if you're from New York, you guys know this. Jody Smith, Sergio Ras, salute. Gregory Davis, salute. Sometimes in New York, the snow gets so deep that your car just get buried, and you just leave your car be there for like a week. Buried in the snow. You just got to take the bus or the train. Or if you got another car that's in the garage somewhere, but if it got caught on the streets and the snow plows came and buried your car in, it's just there. Dwayne Yosef, salute. Man, you be out there trying to dig your car out for 2 days, man. 2-3 days, man. Creighton Brooks said, yeah, like Chicago. I know Chicago is a lot similar to New York because of the weather, right? And Chicago has tall buildings like ours, projects and things of that nature. Salute to Utah. Yeah, Dwayne Yosef, see? He said you got to wait for the car to throw out, the snow to melt. And sometimes, let me tell y'all something, right? If you've never been in New York, sometimes in New York, it could be June and it still be snow piles. And it's hot. The snow piles is not hot enough to melt the snow piles. You could go to like malls or shopping places and where they had built up these big snow piles and the snow piles are still there in June. It can be 80 degrees and you're still looking at a snow pile. This is a fact in New York. But at the end of the day, my point is this. The common denominator be us. Right? So we look at us, right? And we say, oh, snap. Salute to my brother Marcos Cano in the Cash App. Always coming through showing love every single day. Bunny B.A., salute. Big LT, salute. Perseverale Max, salute. So, Jonathan 97, salute. So here's the difference. This is what I'm saying. The common denominator be us. So when we say we love to big up where we from, and as you should, but nothing trumps the culture in the community. Nothing. Because guess why? Y'all, we don't even realize that we adapt to one another. We take bits and pieces. Like I said, I went to Texas. It's dudes out there with Tim's on. I went to LA. It's dudes out there with Tim's on. Right? You come to New York now. We started adopting LA culture heavy. Right? But you come to New York now. Chucks and All Stars and from Baltimore to DMV, they started wearing the Nike boots. In New York, we started wearing Nike boots. In Baltimore and the DMV, they start wearing Timbs. In Florida, I saw dudes with Timbs. It's Florida. I see dudes in Florida with Timbs on. It's Florida. But now you see dudes in New York with candy-coated cars, painted cars. That's Florida, Georgia. That's Texas. That's Louisiana. But the common denominator is us. We adopt to us. And listen, let me tell y'all something else. This Air Force One thing. Everybody talk about Air Force Ones, Air Force Ones. In New York, we started wearing them first, right? Joe Van Webster, salute. We started wearing the Air Force One, but we didn't call them Air Force Ones. Air Force Ones, that's the real name for it, right? In New York, we didn't call them Air Force Ones. That saying came out when Nelly made that song Air Force Ones. We call them Uptowns. We call them Uptowns. Tamari Laurie, peace and blessings, Queen. We call them Uptowns. Hey, man, yo, you got your all-white ups? Yes, sir. Oh, I see you got a new fresh pair of all-white up. And if you get a crease in the front, they done. Underrated Darkness, Matthew Valentine, salute. Mr. Alo, salute. If you got a crease in the front of your Uptowns, they done. The crease on the front, it's over. Oh, man, your joints got a crease in them? Wow. Oh, KK Penson TV. I need everybody here to click on KK Penson TV. Peace and blessings to the young queens. Click on KK Penson TV and please subscribe to their channel. They got the channel there. KK Penson TV. You see it right there? Go subscribe to their channel. I'm thank you that they came in. Peace and blessings to the young queens. If you got nieces, nephews, little kids, cousins, anybody, have them click on KK Penson TV. You see their channel right there. They just commented right there. So click on that. That's the channel. So if you got nieces, nephews, aunts, cousins, whatever, have them, friends with little kids, have them click on KK Penson TV. My Cash App is Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Now you're gonna see multiple Blue Blood Sports TVs. You'll see one Blue Blood Sports TV 7 and things like that. It's just Blue Blood Sports TV. That's mine. So let me get my charger because it's about to die. So Nelly made that song, my Air Force Ones, right? We never called them Air Force Ones here, ever. They was Uptowns, straight up Uptowns. Yo, you got your Uptowns? I see you got a fresh pair of Uptowns on, whites. You got a crease in your Uptowns or your Timbs, they done. It's over. You can't walk around with a crease in your Timbs, in the front of your Timbs, or your Uptowns. Can't happen. Can't happen. Goes against everything. And so if we can have these, codes and understand, hey man, we could look at one another and be like, man, that's a Texas thing. And man, it's a New York thing. That's a code, right? You can identify one another by something, right? So that's how we should be able to identify one. See, I was saying all of this to get to a point. I know y'all was saying, hey man, I got off the path. No, I ain't get off the path. I was saying all this to say a point. If you could have these codes that can identify, I can identify somebody from Texas through their code, through their dress code or just their approach. And you can identify somebody from Los Angeles, from LA, from Compton, through their appearance. You can identify somebody from New York just by the boots that they wear and how they wear them. We know, hey man, that dude from New York. If you can identify somebody by the cars that they drive, right? If we saw people if we in New York at one point in time, we used to see dudes walking around with Nike boots before we adopted that culture, that style here in New York. We knew that they was from the DMV. We knew they was from the DMV. Mary Laurie saying Dallas is just forces. Right. But my point was this, Mystic Red, salute. My point was this, that if we could do that, we have to be able to identify one another and our culture and our community. So when it comes to the situation, listen, let's get the likes up to 500, man. We have 510 people, and we still don't even have 450 likes. Came to win, salute. Mr. Shogun L, salute. Drove it to New York City years ago. Stay True told me I better leave it home because the Times will have it claims title. It was the rest stop. Never drove it up there again. Yep. Anthony Fitzgerald, salute. Yeah, the polo boots. You know, there's certain lifestyles, but we identify one another. Georgia Peace Denise, peace and blessings to you, Queen. So my thing is this, right? Is that why can't we do that? Listen, if you're from New York and you got a crease in, like I said, in your Timbs or your Uptowns, right? Everybody be like, man, you got to go change them. You know you got to go get some new ones, right? Because what happens is you're held to a certain standard, because you know you can't go back to your community, back to your neighborhood with them creasing your Timbs in your Uptown. Just like in LA, you know, you wear your Chucks and you know, as color coordinated and things of that nature, right? 10-8 round, salute. So we could do it like that. George Powell, salute. If we could do that, then we could do that in the culture when it comes to this. If somebody says something that we deem offensive to the culture, then we must respond correctly. You understand what I'm talking about? So if somebody does so, then Paulie Malignaggi listen, he don't understand what's going on with us, what takes place with us. He's not sensitive to what's taking place in our community. So no problem. You don't have to be, because you're not from the community. That's cool. But guess what? You can't talk about the community. You can't tell us it's a figment of our imagination, because we're offended by it. And so since we're offended by it, then you can't be a part of our movement and our culture. Raymond B's my brother in the super chat. Shalom, King. Seen that young lion Elvis Rodriguez on ESPN. Yeah, I like that kid, man. I like that kid. G Money, salute. Because here's the thing, right? Paulie Malignaggi is looking to be a part of the culture. By him, we're gonna have our culture competing against one another, and he's gonna benefit off it. B-Rail 87, salute. How? When he don't even support it. He's not sensitive to our struggles, to our concerns, to what we think that's not correct within our community. How dare you? You cannot tell us what we think about our community. You can't tell us what we think about our struggles. You can't speak for us. Exactly, Antonio Hicks. You absolutely cannot. And so since when Nick Cannon spoke for somebody else's culture and community, they fired him and told him that he had to publicly apologize. B Water 90, salute. Ek Elindu, salute. Yes, he is. Right? But this is the same guy, Paulie Malignaggi, right? Who had cornrows, who had baggy clothes, long chains with diamonds. That's Paulie Malignaggi. Where he get that culture from? Us. Our community. Machiavelli the Don 278, salute. You changed your account, bro? So guess what? Who was Paulie Malignaggi dressing like? Us. He was wearing Air Force Ones at Uptowns. Where he get that from? Us. He was wearing cornrows. Where he get that from? Us. But now, so my brother Drew Titan, salute, in the building. Go subscribe to my brother Drew Titan, man. He need 14 people to get that K. I need 14 people to go subscribe to my brother Drew Titan if you haven't already. C. Wood, salute. Yeah, we gotta hold them accountable, C. Wood. If they can't see, we gotta see for them. AJRX, salute. If Jermall and Javante Tank Davis can't see what's going on, then we got to be the eyes for them. And we got to let them know what's up ahead. And if they can't respect it, then we got to pull back. Because like I said, the community, the culture trumps everything. That's a fact. That's just what it is. That's what it is. See, listen, why did the Philadelphia Eagles owner have to respond to Deshaun Jackson? He didn't have to. See, this is where I'm gonna break something down to y'all. When y'all say, oh man, nobody else relies or lays on their celebrities to help them when these times come. For one, they're not going through the same struggles we go through. Nathan Weathers, salute. Nathaniel Weathers, salute. Their struggles, and if they are, well, I don't want to say they're not. Their struggles are not presented for the public to see like how we are, with no response. Are you following what I'm telling you? This not happening on video over and over again with no reaction. Take your cut, salute. Take your cut, I'm gonna rent you up. Daryl D, salute. Right? So this is not on public display. Ours is on public display as a warning. This has been going on for hundreds of years. Y'all don't understand that? It's a lesson. That's what it is. This is now on display. And another thing I just don't like is this, we continue to defer or detract. Yes, we have to take care of our backyard. Yes, we have to clean up our backyard. That's cool. But just because I need to clean up my backyard don't mean you could come and throw trash in it. And that's where we continue to get mixed up. We continue to get that mixed up. Mizzou Moyo, salute. Moyo, salute. The streamer, salute. We continue to get that confused. So, okay, oh man, y'all, everybody talking about this, but what about Chicago? Well, let me ask y'all a question. Lonnie DeCarlo, salute. Let me ask y'all a question, because I talked to some brothers from LA. I talked to some brothers from Chicago, right? And this message continues to be thrown out there. Jordan Maverick, Los Angeles Lakers, salute. And I want to tell y'all something. How do you know it's us? Ask yourself that question. The numbers are rising. In New York, when they said that, over the 4th of July in New York, everything rose. Van Gloria, salute to Nickerson Gardens, right? Oh, everything rose in New York. Well, how you know it was us? How you know it wasn't said that way to distract you? Let me ask you a question. When everything was happening, and then we start to see, hold on. These ain't even our people that's going into these stores and doing all these and committing these crimes. This is not us. We saw it firsthand. We saw this firsthand, right? Right? We saw this firsthand. But yet we could go but when they tell you that is us on us, you take it literally without doing any research. How do you know this to be facts? Were you there? Were you there? Like y'all know, I don't like this when people say I seen it with my own eyes. Did you see it with your own eyes? Did you hear it with your own ears? Or are you going off of what they told you is happening? Are you know this as a fact? I talked to some brothers in LA, right, one time, and they told me, they say, yo, we was all in our neighborhood, and then another neighborhood said, oh, this was happening. Y'all came to our neighborhood and did this, and this. And they like, huh? Nobody in our neighborhood went over there? What's up, Chris? Right? But before we do our research, we take it as fact. Lorenzo Diaz, salute. You understand what I'm telling y'all? Salute to Robert Walker in my Cash App. Further action is required to accept this Cash App. Salute. Source Talk Bosses, salute. But they continue to tell you that these numbers in Chicago is continuing to rise. Well, then, again, we have to ask, what are the authorities doing then? The Brothers UK, salute. I don't understand. So why do we continue when I can't, listen, I don't like when we say, oh man, we got to clean up our own backyard. Yeah, we already know that. No kidding. So guess what? If my kitchen is dirty and my sink is full of dishes, that makes it okay for my neighbor to come bring their pile of dishes and put it in my sink because my sink got full of dishes? Hey, Tone Brown, you ever think of the reason? See, he said they out here in Chicago and they're not interested, right? They don't care, right? So you ever think that they don't care and they're not concerned? Why? Yusuf Carr, my brother, salute in the super chat. That's a great point, Blue. Paulie Malignaggi has that same Bensonhurst attitude that my namesake Yusuf Hawkins years ago. He has a platform that reaches other Bensonhurst-minded people. Salute, big brother. Salute to you, King. Salute to my brother Yusuf Cobb. Yeah, smash that like button, my brother Jermaine Johnson. Get them likes up to 500, man. Smash the like button. So we quick to say this. Now, I'm not going to say some things are not caused at our from us to us, because of course. Guess what? Let me tell y'all, give y'all an example. I live with my wife, right? Do you think I have more disagreements with her than a woman down the street? Of course, you're going to have the disagreements with the person that you're most closest to. You're going to have the most misunderstandings with the person you're most close to. Because those are the ones that are directly affecting your lifestyle. Kareem Ebanks, salute. So how can my arguments be with somebody, another woman? I'm going to argue with my wife more often than anything, because I see her every day. Jason Rivera Lebron, salute to my brother in the super chat. He said, doesn't T. Bradley versus Floyd Mayweather sound good? No. Brian Carter, salute. I would have loved to see it. 10 years ago, 7 years ago, not now. Brian Carter, you're right, Blue. But if we show we don't care about us or we stay, then why would any other race? See, so that's where you're wrong, good brother. Let me help you out right there, Brian Carter. These same acts happen amongst every community. Ours is just on public display. And so they create this mindset to tell us that, oh, we don't even respect one another. Because they laying it out on a platter on public display for you to see, so that agenda continue to be pushed. But this happens amongst every community, amongst everybody. Point blank and period. It's just not publicized for everybody to see what's going on in their backyard. Our backyard is revealed to the world. And I mean the world. Theirs is not. Go look at the video. What's his name? Did go look at the video China Mac did, where he had issues with gin and things of that nature. How many people know about that feud? My brother Source Talk Boxing. My brother in the super chat. Trill Spill Blue. Keep spitting that hot sauce. Hashtag LDBC up. Salute, King. Mr. Kaboom. My brother in the super chat. I just emailed Showbox telling them as long as they support Paulie, I can't and I will not support them. Paulie will not get a dime from me. Salute. My brother, the Cali Enigma Sports Entertainment. Salute to my brother Cali. Go subscribe to his channel. So let me tell you this, right? JJ, salute. And thank you, JJ. JJ, salute. Thank you. B-Man 910, my brother. Derlin James, salute. Nathaniel Weathers, salute to my brother in the super chat. Paulie want a blank. He want a check. King Vonnie 86, salute. Exactly, right? And guess what? That was in their own community. Jin and China Mac. How many people know that on public display? Everybody know about Tupac and Biggie. Yeah, now they're higher profile entertainers, right? Musicians. Okay, we know about 50 Cent and Ja Rule, right? Syndicate J, salute. But you think this don't go on in other communities? Of course it does. It's just not on public display for everybody to see. So the narrative is not there. That's the difference. Angel Rivera Sr., salute. So guess what? When we say, hey man, if we don't respect one another, how could other people? Well, guess what? It's not up to them. Whether it doesn't matter what we do in our household and what we do in our backyard. It's still none of their business to come in our backyard and cause disruption because we cause disruption. District of Columbia, salute. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? Smash the like button, man. We should have 550 likes. Smash the like button. See, that's they didn't drill this in our mindset so much that we started to believe it. We started to make it okay. So it's okay because if me and my brother, I have two brothers. So me and my brother get into an argument and we get into a scuffle, it's okay for my neighbor to come and scuffle with my brother? Because me and him got into a scuffle? Ahmad Zamar, exactly. He said ingrained, heavily. Thank you. So we continue to say this. Well, we got to care about each other before everybody else can care about us. What do you mean? So guess what? When we see these weird crimes, Falcon L555, salute. So when we see these weird crimes going on, like these serial crimes and things of that nature, right, taking place, that's not us. So it's okay for us to start doing that to them? Because they do it to one another? Corey Hill, salute. Knuckle on Sports, salute. Does that make it okay? You know why? So my brother said, but that's what they do, Blue. I wish we could be on one accord, but it's obvious we are not. If we were, why are we still here? Why after 100 years, hundreds of years? You know why? Because we have help staying in this place. That's the point of this conversation today. We have help staying in this place because we have entities coming from outside our culture and community coming in and helping us stay in this place. That's why. And as long as we say, well, they not going to respect us if we don't respect us, you're giving them the permission to keep us in this place. Jupiter B, my brother, salute in the super chat. So we can't cry about because of Colombian. Exactly, King. See some words I can't repeat. So that's the difference. We have help. And then I just explained this, right? We saw this firsthand when we have all of everything going on, and they started to tell us that people were going in stores and they was taking stuff out of stores. And then you look at the people that's taking stuff out the stores and stuff, that's not us. Then we started to see some of these people are law enforcement. So guess what? Again, it's planted there. And as long as this is the problem. Because we don't have a code amongst each other, it's okay for everybody to come on in. Because we leave the door open. We continue to tell everybody, oh, it's okay because he did it to him. And then we say, yeah, well, if you did it to your brother, then I could do it to your brother. No, you can't do it to my brother. That's the problem. When we stand up and say, listen, no, sir. I can argue with my wife, but guess what? The man in the store behind the counter can't argue with her. It's a difference. That's what we need to get to the point of. Because there's certain situations that caused us to react to one another in the manner we act to one another. The circumstances, period, put us in this position to react that way. LK Rod, salute. That's the difference. That's the point that we need to get to. Because it's understanding. So we automatically, I've never been to Chicago. Not one time. I've never been there. And I found myself one day saying, man, those dudes over in Chicago, they tripping. Then I had to catch myself. I never been there. I don't even know how it is. I'm going off of what's, I hear other people talking about, hey man, in Chicago, man, they over in Chicago, man, they tripping over there, man. They doing this over in Chicago, man. They tripping over in Chicago. I never been there. And then I ask people, did you ever been there? And then, no, I never been there. So again, you're going off of what they want you to know. They have you believe there's nothing else in Chicago but that. But crimes amongst each other. To the point where you be hesitant, like, man, I ain't going there. Don't even know what's going on there. Thank you, baby. Jupiter P, my brother in the super chat. He said USA Today has a list of cities with the most crime. Chicago is number 21. Wow. Hasn't been top 10 in years, but got 3-time media attention when Obama because of the nominee. Wow. Listen, they told us in New York, right? The other day they said, oh, in New York, there was like 200. All of a sudden they said, well, they started talking about, there not being enough law enforcement, and all of a sudden the crime rate went up to like, it just skyrocketed then since the last 30 years. Huh? So you gonna tell me that my brothers and sisters here just woke up one day and said, well, they don't have enough law enforcement, so let's just do what we want. That's what you're telling me. Artwork, salute. That's what you're telling me now. Now let that sink in. All in a matter of 2 days, in 48 hours. My brother Bitch B Megastar in the super chat. He said, I lived in the Chi in 95 and 96. It's a lot of good people out there, 100%. See, and that's what I'm saying, my brother Bitch. I got to the point where I'm like, man, Chicago. I had to catch myself. I ain't never been to Chicago. So how I'm telling you how it is in Chicago? All I'm doing is telling you what somebody else told me. That's all. And then TV. That's all I know. Never been there. But yeah, I can tell people, yeah, man, Chicago, man. Woo, man, it's like this. I see people doing it all the time. Then I ask them, I see them on YouTube. I see them on all different places. Hey, man, and I hit them. You ever been to Chicago? And they be like, no, I never been there. Bruh. But then these same people will be telling you, you can't listen to the news because they have an agenda. You can't listen to this because they have an agenda. And these same people will be telling you how bad it is in Chicago and never been there. So the same people that's telling you you can't listen to this because they have an agenda is the same people telling you that Chicago is bad and they ain't never been there. So they taking the same agenda and they recycle it back to you. My brother Lebron Reviews. Go subscribe to my brother Lebron Reviews. He said, I've been to Chicago a few years ago. It's not as bad as they make it seem. That's what I'm saying. Caddy Peace 504. Salute to my brother. So where are we getting this from? And I had to catch myself. I was talking to one of my boys that do media. Laugh at first sight. Right? And he's from Chicago. So he said, yo, when they had the cars in Chicago, you coming to Chicago? I said, yeah. I said, man, it's bad, did this, and this. He was like, huh? I said, yeah, you know what they say. He was like, bro. He's like, it's just like any place else. He said, it's just like any place else. Ishmael Casillas, salute. He said, bro, it's like any place else, man. And I had to correct myself. I'm like, wow, man. Wow. Pugilant Nino Brown, salute. Right, J.A. Dixon. You know what I'm saying? At one point they told her, but then they tell you the same thing about New Orleans. They tell you the same thing about New York. They tell you the same thing about L.A. And I'm not going to say there's nothing happening there. Of course it is. Justin Marshall, salute. And so that brings me back to my point, right? We continue to use these. They will continue to. The first thing everybody brings up today's time is Chicago. That's the first thing everybody brings up. Whenever you talking about anything, oh yeah, well, you got to remember. I was listening to, and I know a lot of people don't perceive him in the highest light, but I was listening to last night, Charles Barkley and the TNT cast, right? And Tamara Allen, salute. And Charles Barkley goes, yeah, well, first thing we got to do, man, we got to start being more generous to one another. Because you got, I love city of Chicago, man, but Chicago, huh? Because they continue to press this message. They continue to push this message. And so I wish I could have asked Charles Barkley, well, what about other communities and what's going on in their communities? What do you think? It's not as bad as ours? Because just ours is on public display. That's the difference. And the worst part about it being on public display, it's on public display by other communities. It's other communities putting us on public display. But yet Nick Cannon can get fired for having an opinion of how we are perceived. You're not hearing me. So other people could display how we are perceived to other people, because to other countries, the message how we are living our lifestyles in our community gets pushed as if we just a bunch of uncontrollable creatures, human beings. But we don't hear nothing about what's going on in other people's communities. Why is that? We know people tend to hurt the people that's closest to them the most. So what you think is not happening in nobody else's community? Why is ours always on public? And you turn on the news, it's always us. But the most horrific situations are not created by us. How is that? These serial crimes and stuff, how many of them look like us from our community? That's not in our nature, is it? We just don't respond that way. So they talk about, well, look, you got Bloods and Crips over here. So they don't do that. They just display it in a different way. It's just displayed. They just express it in a different way. Like I see, everything I tell y'all, right, is from. I don't say nothing without having a reason. So I was breaking this down to y'all about how over in Rams of Southern III, salute, about how over in New York the lifestyle is, and how over in LA and Texas and Florida, right? How it's displayed, right? Y'all might have this rod candy coated paint. We might have the Timbs, and y'all have Chucks, and the DMV use Nike boots, and different ways, right? Different places. So okay, that's how we display ours. But what about everybody else in the manner that they display theirs different from how we display ours? So how come ours, because y'all don't do it this way and y'all do it this way, ours is worse than yours? How? How is that? Quest for knowledge, salute. So there's a difference between, what's the difference between, I was always taught one sin is not greater than the other, right? So what's the difference between, we have Bloods and Crips and they have organized crime? They have families and we have Bloods and Crips. So what's the difference? The outcome is still the same, right? So you have this family, the head of this family, and this is the head of this family, and we have over here, you the head of this color and this color, and it's a difference. What is the difference? So why do we continue to say, well, in our community, see, they got to the point where they have us to the point where we are saying this publicly. So it gives everybody the right and opens the door for everybody to say, yeah, well, see, they need to clean up their own backyard. That's why, because we give them the okay. That's why. Because we sit up there in the public eye and say, well, yeah, we got to clean up our own backyard first. I'm going to say this again. Because I need this to get the leaves and the garbage from my backyard means that you could come over with your garbage can from your house from 3 towns over, bring your garbage can, put it in the back of your car, come to my house, take your garbage can and dump your garbage on my yard and my lawn and your leaves on my lawn and your garbage on my lawn because I need to clean up my own backyard? That makes that okay? How does that make that okay? No, it don't make that okay. So let's debunk that notion right then and there. And show me the facts that these actions are taking place in Chicago. We need to see the numbers. That's what we need to start doing. Instead of automatically just saying, yeah, man, this is what happened in Chicago. How about let's get to the facts? Let's see the numbers. Let's actually see the facts. Let's actually see what's going on around the world. Salute. How about that? Before we just automatically jump to conclusions and say, well, that's what they reported and take it as facts. No, how about we actually go and see if this is truly what's taking place? Before we automatically say our brothers and sisters are doing these things. And then how about this, right? Shogun 76, salute. I'm going to wrench you up too. So then how about this, right? Then we continue to say that. And then this is another thing we got to debunk. Stop saying, oh, man, stop looking and leaning on celebrities to help us. No, we got to hold them accountable. See the difference. And then the brother said, oh, well, you never see other communities say Tom Brady has to, they lean on Tom Brady. For one, there's no what's the reasoning for them to lean on Tom Brady? Because we don't see what's taking place that's coming out their backyard for Tom Brady. For all we know, Tom Brady is an activist within their community. How do you know he's not? Because you don't see what's taking place in their community on public display. So how do you know what Tom Brady, Tom Cruise, and anybody else is doing in their community? Because they keep it behind the scenes. So for all you know, they are activists in their community. You don't know what they're doing. Because they keep it that way. They keep what goes on in their community. So how you know what these entertainers and celebrities are doing for their communities? How you know what they're doing for their communities? Because it seems to me, as soon as word got to the Philadelphia Eagles, what happened with Deshaun Jackson, that was a group. That was a group decision. That was not a single person decision. That was a group decision. That wasn't one person decided, hey, man, this decision that we're going to make. No, that was a group effort. That was a group decision. You think the owner from the Eagles wasn't in tune with what was taking place with Nick Cannon? You think that wasn't the case? What'd they say about these 32 owners in the NFL? How many of them look like you? Since we love to say, don't lean on your celebrities. Don't lean on the entertainers. Don't hold them, don't put them up on no pedestal. I'm going to ask you a simple question. How many owners are there in the NFL? Watch this now. How many owners is in the NFL? It's 32 owners in the NFL, right? How many of them look like you? Right? None of them look like us, right? Okay, so now I'm gonna ask you another question. Have you ever actually physically and hear them sit down? We know that they sit down and have meetings, right? And that's their code. They sit down and they all agree, right? They all sit down and agree, well, this how we're going to move, this how we're going to move. And guess what? They're celebrities amongst each other. You know why? They have the biggest platform. New Wakanda TV, Jupiter B, salute. They have the biggest platforms, right? In their community. They have all the money. They have the voices in their community. And you don't hear how they're moving because they have a code. So you think when this happened with Deshaun Jackson saying what he said, you think the other owners in the NFL wasn't aware of what the Eagles' punishment was going to be? They even said that other owners told the Eagles, you can't cut him. Why would they? How could the other owner tell the Eagles owner, don't cut him because you will get a lot of flack for not cutting Riley Cooper? This is what was reported. So that means they had a code and it was all understanding and they all talked about how this should be resolved. So guess what they did? They leaned on one another. They leaned on each other's platform. Because guess what? If it's going to affect one of them, it's going to affect all of them. So they don't want to look bad. They already silent. That was the problem to begin with. Deshaun Jackson, Steven Jackson talking about the owners not speaking up. I just saw a special with Demario Davis from the New Orleans Saints and Josh Norman from the what team is he on? The Washington team, right? They did something. They like, well, now the owners said they're going to stand up. Well, we got to see how they actually stand up. Listen, how many owners you hear speaking up out of 32? I'm gonna show y'all something. Let me give y'all some knowledge today. How many owners y'all see speaking up out of 32? Now, guess what? Let's say if it's 32 of us brothers in the LDBC that have platforms, right? And none of us speak up about a situation that's taking place. Why you think we ain't speak up? Because we had a code behind the scenes. Why you think one of us didn't speak up? Because behind the scenes, we had a code. We was on code behind the scenes. We all had an agreement behind the scenes that none of us is going to speak up on this. So out of 32, not one of them spoke up. Because they're on the same accord. Because they have a code. So when we say, don't lean on your celebrities, don't lean on the entertainers, they are celebrities. They the billionaires in their community. Exactly, my brother Cali. They are the billionaires. They are the money in their community, in their culture. They're gonna keep it circling amongst them, like my brother Cali just said. When a situation arises, when you're trying to get a black owner in the NFL or the NBA or anything of that nature, you see how long it took for Michael Jordan to get that team in the NBA. In the NFL, there's still none. They have to have a rule. They have to have a Rooney rule that you have to interview a certain amount of African-American coaches before you hire one. They have to have a rule. Why? Because that chips away at their code. No. See, Ahmad is Ahmad, my brother. It's not sad business. It's not sad. It's the right business. That's the code we need to be on. It's sad that we can't get on the same accord amongst each other. You see what I'm saying, my good brother? They on the correct code. They gonna make sure it's circle amongst their community. So it's not sad. It's not wrong. There's nothing wrong with that. They doing what they supposed to do. They just using us as the entertainment. So the problem is, instead of us being on code with one another and taking our entertainment amongst each other and being on code with each other and circling amongst each other, the sad part is that we still continue to lean on them. Nathaniel Weathers, my brother in the super chat. Anchorage, Alaska has the most crime in U.S. They have a code to to in the U.S. called Blame the Black Man. But Cali, you see, my brother Cali said if we had black owners, we'd be in power too. See, that's the problem though, Cali. No, we don't need to be in their league. That's their league that they created. We have enough billionaires and multimillionaires to have our own league, to be our own owners. And then we have a league in the NFL. He said I didn't say that. I read it wrong, Cali? Probably so. If we were owners, we'd have power. No, that's what I'm saying, Cali. If we had our own league and we were owners in our own league, I didn't say that. Cali, you confusing me, good brother. But if we had our own league, Travis Touchdown salute, and all of these athletes from the NFL, like Kyrie Irving was saying, let's start our own league. He said, I said the players should start their own league. Okay. That's what I'm saying, Cali. So if all the players go and start their own league, you see what I'm saying? Like Kyrie Irving said, and it be their own owners, and then all the players from the NFL go to be their own owners, guess what? All these NFL owners is gonna, I'm not gonna say they're not gonna be multi-billionaires, because they will, because most of them own like oil and other businesses. It's not the NFL that what makes them their money. So they're still gonna be very, very wealthy. But guess what? That league, the NFL, won't be as successful anymore. Because the main product is gone. Mr. Shogun L. Sue, no doubt. You understand what I'm saying? So here we are again, helping other people continue to live out their dreams. That's all we doing. Oh, hey, Cali, what's the percentage of the black athletes in the NFL and the NBA? Free man, exactly. That's the problem. My brother Cali said 70%. 70%. 70%. Do you know what that could? Are you kidding me? And then that 70 to 80%, like my brother Bishop B. Megastar said, they remove, that affects the other 20 and 30% of the players' outcomes and how productive they are. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. You remove yourself, not only do you affect the bottom line, but you affect the outcome of the players, the other players that are left in the league. Do you think Matt Ryan is Matt Ryan without Julio Jones and all of those targets and all those weapons that he have around him? Now keep that in mind. Ask yourself that question. Yusuf Carr, my brother in the super chat, Blue, Paulie Malignaggi has the same Bensonhurst mindset that my namesake Yusuf Hawkins back in the day. And you are correct, because his platform reaches other Bensonhurst mindset. Exactly, King. Exactly, King. And how dare he say he's not aware of what takes place, Paulie Malignaggi. But you have movies like Jungle Fever that's based off of his area. Awesomeness, salute. So you think we have some kind of dominance over others? It's not about that. It's about building with each other. See, that's the problem. It's not about nobody dominating anybody. Bradley Smith, my brother in the super chat. That's not what it's about. It's about having your community, uplifting your community, having your own codes, having your own culture, and then you could trade with other cultures. Daniel Pinkney, salute. Yup. My brother Cali said, Blue, black women have more college degrees and African Africans have more PhDs than every other race in America. It's amazing what you learn. My brother Bish said, even musically, this world would dry up without our music and dance. Oh, for sure. And that's what I'm saying. So we don't mind sharing it. See, this is what I'm saying. And I'm glad my brother Bish and Callie just said that. I'm glad y'all said that, right? Then outside of that, see, the problem is we have to have, we're too giving. Stephen Suggs Sr., salute. We're too giving. You understand? So we'll lend our culture. So listen, for instance, Paulie Malignaggi, he admitted, like my brother Drew Titan said, to adapting our culture and our community and our way of life, right? But then we don't demand nothing of him. Then he could adapt our culture, then turn around and say, well, the lifestyle that they live and what they're claiming is taking place to them is a figment of their imagination. Brother, you are in tune with our culture. That's why you adopted it. So you're going to tell me you adopted what's good, but you don't want to stand for what's bad. How does that work? And see, so then we got to hold people like him accountable. So that's why we have this today's time where we have to look at Paul Malignaggi and say, oh, well, oh, this how you feel good, brother? No problem. Then you can no longer be a part of this culture. Plain and simple. And what that entails is this, right? So now when we have events, hey, bro, we headline these events. We don't want you part of these events. Salute to my brother Yusuf Cobb in the super chat. Blue, the super chat is not sending my message for some reason. Wow. Wow, King. I was going to say to you, you sent the same message twice. I was going to tell you, you sent the same message twice. Exactly, Callie. Oh, for sure, Mr. DJ C92. But that's because that's what it was embedded into our brain, into our mindsets. So some of us shook loose from it, some haven't. You understand? So it's not purposely done, and it's hard for people to see because they don't know nothing else. They don't know, once you got to continue to tell them the truth. Once you see the truth, you can't unsee the truth. Dante Comedy, salute. My brother Bish said, I just read our search for black-owned businesses went up to 7,000. That's great, man. Smash the like button, man. Get those likes to 600. I am ill will. Yeah, I read that. Why is it still coming like that? I am ill will. I read that already. Mr. Mont, my brother in the super chat. He says, has Showtime put a muzzle on Paulie since he made those statements? He's disappeared. No, he's still on social media. You go to social media, he's still on there. He'll respond to you. Yeah, Jupiter B. All you got to do is just talk to him. Stephen McCurdy, salute. Said the infamous Blue Blood Sports. Salute, King. James Bell, salute. Smash the like button, man. Get the likes up to 600. Let's get them likes all the way up, my peoples. Get them likes up to 600. I'm going to tell you something else, right? I was highly disappointed in the stands of Carissa Shields. Highly disappointed in that. Because once again, this is what I tell my peoples. Rocco3, my brother in the super chat, he said, salute, fam. Salute to you, King. This is what we must learn. To keep in-house disagreements, in-house, anything in-house, we must keep it in-house. That's why it's in-house. So, yes, we could, when we're talking about the sport, we could debate publicly about the sport. Hey, man, Anthony Joshua don't want to fight Deontay Wilder, so on and so forth. That's the sport. Oh, who's ducking who? Errol Spence or Terrence Crawford? That's the sport. But once it gets to a place of it's personal, and her stance with Raquel Miller, once you get to that place, it's personal, and you call somebody out their name in that manner, you don't do that publicly. You don't do that publicly. You keep that in-house. If you're going to make a public statement and it's personal, either A, stop yourself before you send it, or B, you say, you know something? Nah, I'm not boxing her, or so on and so forth. But to use the language and the manner that you use amongst our women towards one another, the women that we're trying to protect in the community, and you use that language to describe your another black woman, no, you can't do that. No, you can't do that. No, you can't do that. Because again, you open the door for other people to view Raquel Miller or yourself in the same light that you viewed her in. Because you say that publicly about her, and you view her in that light, and you call her out her name in that manner publicly, it gives everybody else the green light to say, oh, again, if she do it and she don't have respect for her, I could do it. My brother Callie said 3% of the revenue goes circles amongst our own community and our own businesses, and the other 97% goes outside of our community. That's unacceptable. That's unacceptable. That's unacceptable. And so, see, smash that like button, man. Get the likes to 600. We must not do that. Because, see, when Raquel Miller was on that platform, my brother Fred, Barbershop Conversation, she never described Clarissa Shields in that type of manner. Never. She called her old girl, is what she said. Now, she said, oh, she's jealous or this or so on and so forth, whatever. She never said, she never used those words that you use to describe an animal that walks on all fours, to describe as a description to your sister. And regardless if you want to view her as such, she is that. That's what we need to learn. So from a queen in Clarissa Shields that we all look to defend, because we want to defend and protect all of them, Burgess Meredith, salute. Then she goes out the box to disrespect her peers and her sister. Regardless of such, that is who it is. You don't have to agree with her. You don't have to like her. But you never describe her in a manner of something of an animal that walks on all fours. Never. You never do that. Patricia Shelton, exactly. So when I was getting ready to say when Patricia Shelton was on Barbershop Conversation. So Enrique Elon, salute. So when Raquel Miller sat there and she was on Barbershop Conversation, Fred's channel, and she talked about Clarissa Shields, she definitely let it known there's definitely a rivalry there. Right? She let it know and be a rivalry. She let it know they're not on the same accord. She let it know that she want to mix it up with her. But she never, ever described her in that manner. Never. She just called her, hey, me and old girl. Yeah, me and old girl. I told old girl. That's what she said, old girl. We are too comfortable just going outside the box in public and putting up a tweet in public talking about, oh man, this, and this, and this, and just you feel too comfortable doing that. This is the lessons that we need to learn. Dwayne Jefferson, salute. That's cool. Maybe behind closed doors you want to be like, man, this, and this, and whatever you say, however you describe it, but you don't do that in public. If you don't respect, again, it goes back to what we was talking about. They're gonna look at this and say, well, if you don't respect each other, then why do I have to respect you? So you could get a male from another community and culture that come and use that to describe you, and you're gonna be highly upset. And if there's men around you, you're gonna expect them to defend your honor. And then they could say, well, guess what? You use the same language and to describe your own sister. And then you're going to say, yeah, well, I don't rock with her like that. And they're going to say, well, we don't rock with you like that. You understand what I'm trying to tell y'all? Javier Carrillo, salute. So if you're an anti-black woman, don't come to my channel. My name, my mama's black. If that's a fact. Yeah, Muhammad Ali did say that about Joe Frazier, and he was out of pocket for doing such. Yeah, he was out of pocket for doing such. David the Real Thomas, salute. I told y'all, I'm going to give it to you straight. It doesn't matter who you are. He was out of pocket for doing such. My brother, Troy Killertainment, Troy King in the building. What's good with you, Troy? You see, like me and my brother Troy, we was disagreeing on the Terrence Crawford situation. You think publicly or amongst anybody, I'm gonna say, hey man, Troy's this, and this. No, I'm never gonna do that ever. Now, me and Troy have a conversation. We texting in our comment section. That's amongst us, from me to him and him to me. I'm never gonna put it in the public eye and disrespect that man. Never. For one of your professional boxers, so I ain't gonna cross that line. But I would never do it. That's what you don't cross those lines. We got to keep it in house. That's how we prosper. That's how we get to where we trying to get to. And I'm not saying that you got to get along with this person. You got to be sing kubayas and be in love one another. No, I'm not saying that. We just have to know what we should and shouldn't say. It's not for everybody. That's inside. That's for us. You understand what I'm saying? That's how that works. Yes, this is a sport. We're dealing with sport, and of course, in the sport, it's a competitive nature. So in the sport and the competitive nature, yes, we amongst one another, we're gonna say salute to my brother Main Event Mall, right? Exactly, my brother Troy, he said no crazy language should be used. Exactly. It's all right to be competitive and have competitive, we talk about boxing and, oh man, we get emotional. Yeah, that's cool. But once you get to, for now, you're just going to start, hey man, I don't rock with this. And of two black women? Javi Carrillo, salute, my brother in Super Chat. Support your own people. P.S. Thanks for pronouncing my name correctly. No doubt, man. I was hoping I got it right. But you know how when I saw the text, I'm not making this up. When I saw the message, it made me cringe. It gave me goosebumps. And I was listening to my brother Fred Barbershop Conversation when I was listening to it, and I'm listening to it. I didn't look at the picture, and then I saw the picture of the actual message, and it made me cringe, man. It gave me goosebumps. I'm like, oh wow, no, you can't do that. Bishop One Love, salute. You can't do that. It made me cringe. I'm like, oh wow, no. See, because this type of language, you didn't even go this far using this language to other people in their culture. And you look at the Christina Hammer situation, right? Salute to my brother Troy. And you look at, and go subscribe to my brother Troy, Killer Taman King. Go subscribe to his channel. But you look at the Christina Hammer situation, right? You understand? Look at that Christina Hammer situation. Now you look at that situation, and you look how, like, she was like, oh, you're not smart, or look at this. Like, she went above and beyond. You look at the build of how Christina Hammer approach was to Carissa Shields. So clearly, her situation with Raquel Miller is something personal that should stay behind the scenes. We shouldn't even know about that. It should stay behind the scenes. And when it comes to competition, and it comes to your okay, like Raquel Miller said, old girl, and she called her old girl, and she said, she never went out on a limb, and she never did that. No, you can't do that. You can't do that. Whether you think, oh man, she don't have my business, now I'm supposed to be a sister. No, you are her sister. You can't say, now I'm supposed to be your sister. No, you are her sister. What do you mean, now you're supposed to be a sister? No, you've been her sister from when y'all became out of birth, from out the wombs. Because y'all share the same struggles. You from Flint, Michigan, she from, I think she from Oakland, right? San Francisco, Oakland area. I believe, right, Troy? She from the San Francisco, Oakland area. So, okay, but guess what? Like I said earlier, your struggles are still the same. Just displayed differently, that's all. Smash the like button, get the likes to 600. So you, like I said, you don't have to love one another and hold and drink, hot chocolate and things of that nature. No, I'm not saying that. And this is a combat sport, so you compete. Right, you're right. But once it comes to this, you don't publicly put that type of statement out there. No. You can say what you want. Oh, now she want to fight. She been ducking me before. She was avoiding me, so on and so forth. Cool. I beat her in the amateurs 3 times. I'll beat her again, whatever you want to say. Cool, I'm all for that. But once you get into that line, you cross the line into personal, and you use those types of words to describe her. Exactly. Troy said you have to hold your composure. Exactly. 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 That's the words I was looking for. Exactly. It got to stay in once you get to that personal line, especially when you and I know the women want to be treated equal. Salute to Devo Burnett in the Cash App. Appreciate you, kid. Exactly, Troy. And that's what I'm saying. When she was on the platform, her way of expressing her relationship and her competitiveness with Clarissa Shields was two different. Like, she could have went on. She didn't do that because she understands the code. And we need Clarissa Shields to understand the code. We need all of them to understand the code. We can't have Paulie Malignaggi come out here talking about, they feel the black community and the black culture feel like he tells us that we making this up. It's a figment of our imagination what's going on in our community. But yet he's going to commentate and he adopted our culture and he admitted to adopting our culture and our lifestyle. And then he's going to go up there and now he's going to commentate and benefit off our culture and our fighters. But he's saying what we're going through in our culture is not real. It's just a figment of our imagination and we're making this up. Well, if we're making it up, no problem. If you're going to adopt the culture, you have to adopt everything that comes along with it, the good and the bad. If you don't choose to, no problem. No problem. But you got to do it from over there now. But smash that like button, get the likes of 600. Let me get up off here. Salute to my brother, all my brothers in the building. Appreciate y'all. Salute to my brother Troy King, man. Go subscribe to Troy King. Go subscribe to my brother, the Cali Enigma Sports Entertainment. Go subscribe to my brother Drew Titan. Go subscribe to my brother I Am Ill Will. Go subscribe to my brother Keon, Everything Boxing and Sports. Go subscribe to all my brothers, man. Salute to y'all. Appreciate y'all 1,000% coming through, showing your boy Blue love, man. I want to put that message out there for y'all, man. Salute to my brother Fred, Barbershop Conversation. He came through. Go subscribe to his channel. 12 o'clock at night, he come on to me in New York. I think that's 9 o'clock to y'all on the West Coast. So salute to all my brothers, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Salute, peace, and blessing to each and every one of y'all. I appreciate y'all 1,000%, man. Exactly. Yep. He said, remember, it's business before boxing. Yep. Raymond J. Senior Morales. Salute. Peace and blessing to each and every one of y'all. I appreciate y'all 1,000%. Let me get up off here. Y'all already know what it is. Oh, matter of fact, go to my brother BFTB Boxing. He should be coming on right now. Go check out my brother BFTB Boxing. But salute to each and every one of y'all. I appreciate y'all coming through, showing me love, super chats, donating to the channel, liking the channel, everything, man. Appreciate y'all 1,000%. Y'all already know what it is. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hey, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed? Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notification. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to New Media. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.